Hello everyone, how good of you to join, and welcome back to Surviving the Aftermath once more. Now Shattered Hope just came out in autumn and boom, we get the next DLC, a Rebirth, for this really cool colony sim where you're playing in a post-apocalyptic era by Paradox Interactive. And Rebirth is introducing a new mechanic that I think is really cool, terraforming. So where we are starting out in the Wastelands, trying to survive, fighting monsters, finding out something about the shattered moon, now comes into play terraforming, making our colony a lush green, making the planet lush green. And yeah, of course we're going to use this to jump into this game once more. Unfortunately, we need to start a new game with this DLC, so I cannot just continue with my Shattered Hope colony that we had in November. So without further ado, let's start a new game. Of course, 100% difficulty for survival, Sleepy Hollow colony. Here we go. Let's go. So for the difficulty settings, we're going through a normal game once more. Tutorial is off and we're going to choose the suffering level. That is 100% difficulty. We have scarce resources. We have not that many people. We have a lot of catastrophes coming in on, and we just need to survive. It's not the extreme difficulty, so if you're interested in that, we might do a let's play of this. Here we want to explore this new DLC. We're going to aim for progress and technology, so tech is our focus. We need to decide on 2 specialists once more. So as last time also, we are going with 1 researcher and 1 scavenger. So I want to get the resources from the map as quickly as possible. Fighting is a bit for later then. For visuals, once again, let's go. Yeah, let's actually choose something different. That is not my style. Now this is the closest it gets to a cat for me. And for colony name, of course, Sleepy Hollow. Here we go. Never conquered, always feared is a good motto. These are the settings. I hope you're going to enjoy this one. I'm certainly going to enjoy this one. Also, thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you for your contributor support that you want to contribute directly to my channel. Very appreciated, always on my mind. Let's get cracking. Alrighty, and here we are once more on a wasteland, in a wasteland. And yeah, our goal is not only to survive this time, but also to make this one a beautiful, lush, green heaven for us. The world is in ruins. Many things once considered normal are hard to find, and habitable land is no exception. We need to build a campsite to mark the center of our colony. There it is. In all its glory, it doesn't cost us anything really, and we can just really place it anywhere we like. And of course, let's just find us a suitable location for this. Perhaps a bit further up here so we have enough space in all directions. And I do like me to have some central space, and also not that close to the gate, right? Where there's going to be attacks, raiders, monsters, zombies, whatever, and also traders, just like that. Now, my little scout is going ahead, and we're starting. This is a great day for Sleepy Hollow, as our colony is being constructed. And day 0 begins with that. People are waiting for the signal, so we could now signal the flare, and boom, off they come. But of course, we would like to... For starters, first things first is a food storage. Now I would like to keep the remainings of that old road here also intact with my colony then. So we should make sure that we're not building it within. So we have the stockpile here. This is where the road ends. And this is also then where we have the first stockpile, and then we also need a food storage. Let's also have this one right here in the center of it all coming together. We will also need the first tents. This is also free, and then we do need the first water production. This is also going to be free. One of them can definitely be somewhere here then, right in my domain here, getting me a bit of water in, +9. That sounds good to me. Go ahead and get us a first well up there. The water collector is also free. Down here we have the water source. It's not really looking like water that I would drink, but okay, we are going ahead with this, as it is not costing anything for the moment. Good so far. One more thing we still need is the first tents. So let's go ahead and place them, and also make sure that we leave enough room here, because we're going to upgrade them, of course, to shanties pretty soon, and I do need the space around them. With all of these settings now completed, we can actually instruct our people to arrive. There are survivors waiting for a signal from the settlers. Invite the colonists and shoot the flare. And with that, it's all starting. They should be arriving now. along my blighted road. By the way, blight, that is one of the new mechanics that we have with the Rebirth DLC. The blights, we do see them. We do see these camps over here, for example. There's a blight core. This creates a blighted soil and hive type, so there's monsters coming out that we will have to kill. Also really cool, new ruins and stuff like that that we can scavenge and find something in it, perhaps. Yeah, lots of new mysteries. There's my people, all of them. We have a whopping 10 coming in. 6 of them are carriers. 3 of them are children, so they will not be able to work that much. We're building that well here. We should look out for the first berry bushes that we have. Only one for the moment. I can only really get this one in. But at least it's close by, as long as we don't have our own wood production and food production. And then these here, yeah, this is quite a lot of piles that we can scavenge along. Oh my goodness, I really don't like these plants or whatever that is here. That is new too, not the biggest fan of them. Let's go ahead and also continue the first road so that we do see the layout of what we have planned here, right? So our main road here in the center, of course. That is going to lead then up into this pile of plastic. For now, it's the pile of plastic, of course. And then another road that leads then over here to this berry bush. We still have a few homeless people, so let's go ahead and also add us a few more tents. I would, yeah, probably like to go with them down here. And once again, we're going to keep a bit of space there in between. This is the road. And then we have the road going all the way around this first block that we have. Homelessness-wise, I think this should be fine, and each tent can house 3 people. And as we can see, they're very diligent, especially when it comes to shelter, and provide the materials that we need for them right away, which is some planks and some plastic. Now, plastic over here, we have 40 still in stock, and we cannot get them with just the wood or with just the stockpile here. So I do need to start my very first resource production, and that would be the recycler. This one will get... But this one scavenges the plastics for cloth and for, well, plastic, that is. For now, it's a recycler. And let's just see where we could have him. There is, of course, my little industry area, you might call it. So let's actually get us a road there as well somewhere. I think here we do already have kind of like a crossroad. So let's just get this one over. There's this berry bush that we're harvesting already. And then I could also get it. Let's just see where we have more plastic, by the way. Oh, it's a lot up here. Yep, it's almost all up here. So I probably should build it up here, to be honest. Just makes the thing a bit safer, a bit more predictable. So let's go ahead and have us... Yeah, let's have it up there, I think. Looks like a safe spot for it. Of course, it needs a road connection. Not really, but it speeds things up quite a lot. Let's just get the connection here then done as well. By the way, here we have a pollution deposit. We should be careful about this and not get too close with any buildings for now. Alright, day 0 is coming to an end already. It's getting a bit dark out there. Still scavenging our planks. Building my recycler. Has now all the planks in. Was actually 45, quite a lot. Water balance is fine. Food balance, yeah, not so fine. So the berry bushes will have to do, but they will not be able to do for long. Let's actually cut down the water collector. And I think I'm happy with a second well. We can have this one, yep, over here by the recycler. There is room for a second well that provides 10 water. I do like them much more than the water collector because they also provide me water during storms and fallouts where the water collector is not working anymore. Alright, recycler has been finished. There's already someone working on it. Let's assign 2 people to that. So that gets us down to 5 carriers. So carriers are people that are not assigned to any building. And they will just, you know, transport resources, work in the stockpile and food storage, stuff like that. And my recycler team now works on these plastic piles that we have, 2 of them. And they are going to produce us plastic. Hopefully a lot, because we're out of it. And we do need one for the well. We still have, yeah, 300 water stored, so we will survive with -1 for a while, but of course, we should not keep it that way. The tents have been finished, so we should not have any homeless people anymore. Very good. And we even have room for 2 more people. Next up, very important, because we will face the first catastrophe soon, medical tents. I'd rather go or play it safe with those guys here, so 2 of them should be my first target. And yeah, let's have them here beside my storages. Let's have 1 here, and we will be able then to place the second one. But the second one, let's pause this one for now. Oh, 2 deposits have been depleted. We're out of the wooden planks already. That was quick. And we will be able to get more. Let's just see on my side here. There's still 1 more down there. Perfect. They also open up a bit more building space again that we can use, because right now it's a bit crowded over there with all of that. Now, medical tent. Yep, plastic. That's something. The well has now all the resources, so we can build it. This should then provide all the water that we need. By the way, I could also look for a nice storage for my water. Yeah, we could squeeze it in here nicely beside the well and my medical tent to also provide fresh, clean water whenever we need it. And with these constructions, day 1 is also coming to an end as we're starting with that. Oh, a commotion in the camp. Suddenly muffled cries for help start echoing from one of the shelters. Inside, a large hole has opened up on the ground, swallowing the poor colonists. The shelter was apparently built on top of a small sinkhole. We could build them a ladder to help them get out. 20 planks. We can afford this. Let's do this. And it was successful. We rescued them and get 20 happiness there on top of it. Yeah, and happiness is really important. Right now we are rather medium. We have boosted it a bit now with the event, and of course the happier my people, the more productive they are, and the more they are in the mood for some scootly pooping around, making babies. This is very important as we do need more people. We cannot always rely on refugees coming in. Now, the medical tent also coming along. This is a pretty important building early on. Perfect. Let's actually deactivate it right away. We only need to activate it if there is a catastrophe, an event happening, something like that. The well has been finished, so we are now sitting at a comfortable +9 water. And with the clean water storage, we will also be able to store way more of that. I'm continuing with building a few more tents. Those 2 should be fine. They're very close to the gate here. But of course, it doesn't mean that there's no people allowed in here. And we get the next event right away. Oh, not everybody's equally skilled in the art of building, but one of the colonists seems extraordinarily bad at it. His tent looks like it could collapse any moment. Alright, let's improve the tent. 28 timber is a lot. We do get a bit more happiness again. But yeah, we're out of timber with that. Alright, colonist manual mutated. He got a bit too much of that radiated stuff up. And yeah, he needs to go to the medical tent, so we need to assign someone to that. This one here is dangerous close, so medium pollution deposit exploded just now. And the next event already, that's a high rate of events for now. Stumbling in the dark, a team of scouts has ventured a little too far and a little too carelessly. They have spotted a car among a patch of forest that appears to be in a rather good shape. Unfortunately, they are not alone in making the discovery. A pack of wolf-like beings has taken an interest in the team. Return back, distract the wolves with some food, or try to dash the car. Alright, let's play it safe and distract them with some food. We were successful with that. And we also get, besides some happiness here, also 25 fuel. It's the earliest occasion that I got fuel ever, I think. Because usually you don't get this into mid-game. Alright, I also don't really have any use for food at the moment. That brings my food down though. So my food storage here is collecting hopefully berries more diligently. Alright, some people complain they don't have anywhere to wash themselves or also, well, to, yeah, get rid of your stuff. And for that, we built the outhouse. Let's build it in one of these or close to one of these piles here for now. It really doesn't matter that much. And I like it to be a bit more hidden, of course. So over there should be fine and also not too far away. People can get up there behind the pile and also close to the trees. Plus, it's going to take a while before we expand into that direction. Then, of course, we need to readjust it again because outhouses causes pollution in its surrounding area. So no building should be close to it, really. Alright, what's happened with Manuel? He's mutated again. He just got out of it. Oh, and Addison was born. We get the first baby as well. There she is, grown up rather quickly, Addison. She has no special talents at the moment, but we could find them still. That is that, of course. So that leads us to 11 people now. Outhouse has been finished, and of course, the first person rushes towards it right away. The others will have to wait. Now we got some building materials. I would like to go ahead now and start with our biggest building so far, the gate. And the gate opens up to the vault then, the colony. It does cost me quite a bit, and we can only build it here. It's going to cost me 190 timber and 175 plastics. Yeah, we're going to work hard for that. At least 2 full days, I think. Once finished, we can send the colonists, especially my specialists, out to the world map. Scavenge new things. But of course, we will also get the first visitors. Oh my goodness, a meteor shower hits us down and damages some of my buildings. We need to repair them, and this makes... Of course, it hit my outhouse. I just built that thing. We're going to stop my gate construction for now, because I rather would like to have those materials for repairing. Yeah, well, since berry bushes won't do it with the food, let's also get us a fishing pier out. We can have one here beside the water collector and also beside the gate. There you go. This will provide 100%. Let's build this one. Let's also get them connected with a road. We are building the road network here. Bring them down to those 2 lake buildings here that we have. That one, let's actually put it to highest priority, so we can finish this one faster. And finally, the fishery has all the building materials it needs. Just as the berry bushes are getting depleted over there. So we should be able now, yep, to connect this one now, finally as well. And there it is. And one person can work in it right away, getting us some fishes out of that really nice looking water. Alright, finally, it took us quite some time, but there it is. The gate has all the building materials and is now being constructed. We also have another event. More than a bit of wool, one of the colonists approaches looking more than a little nervous. She says that she might be able to provide some clothing for the colony. Her grandmother used to teach her while she was a child. The question is, can her skills still be trusted? We do have, how much fiber do we have? 12. That would be all of our fiber, basically. Let's give it to her. And yeah, it was absolutely fine. We got 5 protective clothing out of that, helping us against the radiation. And after a bit of time, we have finally finished the gate into the new world. Congratulations, the gate is open, but we are also now vulnerable to raids. A bit of a firework there. Thank you very much. And with that, I'm eager to send my colonists Gloriosa and also Stella out there. But yeah, there they are, survivor groups. The first one, always scripted, right after the gate. They see us and they want to join, basically. There is also going to be a specialist on board, the noob. She's a fighter. Oh yes. And we also get some 8 adults for children and some supplies with that as well, helping us along the way. Just good idea that I built some tents. We still have 5 homeless colonists though. And water is also now negative because, yeah, well, consumption goes up with those guys quite a bit. So what I'm doing is we build more tents, of course. Yeah, space though is getting a bit tough. We do have a tree here. I would like to keep that tree. I'm just like that, and we're going to see that we can kind of like integrate it still into our base. So I would like to build my next tent over there somewhere. That should be fine, right? If I build it here. Let's build it like that, and then also one tent here, so that we can still also get the house then close by. And yeah, we're just going to decorate this tree into our base then, because I really would like to have that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any shade. Let's send both of my specialists, my beginner specialists, to the world map. The noob, the fighter, stays. She will help us fight any incoming attacks right away. We can also stop manning the gate for now. No, let's actually man the gate for now. Let's also man the fishing pier, and let's also man the water collector. This will balance the water. However, for food, we do have the problem now. So we have, of course, more gatherers. That's fine. But I will still need a bit more food, and we can build the trapper for this. This is basically laying out traps and hunting wildlife. Nuclear fallout, the first catastrophe upon us as well. We should make sure that we have enough medical tents for this. And iodine pills. I have 5. That would be, yeah, it's okay-ish, I guess. There is a bit of forest down in this area, so I might actually get us that trapper out here a bit. Somewhere a bit further outside. It's a hunting building. There you go. And let's also get us a road connection with that as well. Alright, the next tents have been finished. We still have... No, we have no more homeless people. That's at least something. By the way, I think I could then also just, yeah, nicely squeeze in another tent here. It's a bit of an uneven block, but at least we have used the tree then to its maximum potential. Let's build another tent in this area. There you go. And let's also go to the world map. Yes, this is how it all starts. And we do have some research over there already. So Stella, you go please and get us some science points. And my scavenger, you could get me some tools. Yeah, let's get us some tools for starters. So they're going to take a while now. She's producing science points at 250 every 12 hours now. And we got 500 points in there. So a full day she's going to be busy. Busy at that nuclear power plant. Alright, we're still low on food. This is really a problem there. 2 fisheries plus the berry collectors is not enough. So please finish that trapper ASAP. That was rather quick. And we should have all the basic materials. There it is. Some 12 tools. Let's also go for the clothing here. We actually will need this for the nuclear fallout. Alright, next wood is depleted. We will also need to start working on our next industry soon, because we're running out of wood. Trapper has been finished. Let's assign 2 people to that. And there we have the forest with 73 efficiency. There you go. Perfect. Actually, wait a second. Can we still enlarge on the radius? No, we cannot do this. 73 will just have to do for now. It's a pretty dense forest. I thought it would be higher, to be honest. Still, we got now 3 food production buildings up and running. I still need to have one at the gate, so let's have Bessie on it. Just thought about this because we might need to protect ourselves. And boom, there we also have the clothing. Let's send her back to camp, delivering us the resources that we need. And I can see also that my research has been finished. And with that, we can now send her to scout new areas. By the way, Gloriosa, I think she will still be in the base shortly. Or is she done already? I think she's done. Let's send her back. Ready for action. Your command. And she will now scout us that southern region here a bit further. Now, another thing. We can now open up research finally. Let's go ahead and do this. And we can decide on our first tech. We got 5 extensive tech trees available. And since food is of course a problem, let's start with the skinning. So this will make it possible to upgrade to the hunting cabin. We can then finally hunt, which will provide a lot of meat. And we can also upgrade the hunting cabin then to have more workforce in it. And another thing I would like to queue up then is the centralized repairs. And this one here will then enable us to open up the metal scavenging to get the metal in finally. Also maintenance depot, pretty important overall to repair our buildings automatically. There it is. The nuclear fallout is upon us. It's not pretty. And we get the first colonists irradiated. They will seek shelter right away in the medical tents. I will probably need to build a 3rd one now that we have so many. Water is now negative because of course the water collector does not work during the duration, but we have so much water stored that we should be fine with the 2 wells that we built. Good. I could think about a 3rd well, to be honest. As we're expanding a bit into this direction. Yep, there would be a nice efficiency of 80 down here with another well. And since it's rather cheap, let's build it. We don't lose anything by building it. Except for some building materials, of course. That's that. So far so good. On the other side, we have the berry bushes here. So we'll probably make that connection then a bit further over. And in this area, it might be safe to start our next production, our next industry, which is the lumberyard that chops down some trees. Just like that. Let's just see that we get this one in a good orderly fashion somewhere here. Beside the... yeah, beside our plastic pile that we have there. We will also need a logging camp to produce some firewood. Let's have this one a bit further over there, beside the berry bushes. It's all just temporary here anyway. And then I could think about a forester that reforests my trees. This is actually quite expensive, all of it, right? But it's going to be worth it, long-term wise. Plastic-wise, it's still fine. Richness 94%. Oh, we have depleted this one here. It's now an underground plastic deposit, so we cannot scavenge it anymore with normal tools. We will need a special tack to build a mine on top of it. This one here will have the same fate, but only once we have 390 plastic out of it. So really, food should go up now. Would be horrible if not. Alright, how many sick people do we have? 4 being treated. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit nervous here. We might still squeeze in another medical tent. As we are only growing, might be a good idea. Water well finished. Very good. So we'll always have now enough water. Skinning completed. So I can now upgrade my trapper here. Let's do this. This will replace it, of course, to a hunting cabin. And any specialist ready? Thought I heard something here. Nope. Ah, now they're ready. Show me the way. Some iodine pills over there with my scavenger. Also some... what is this? Corn food. Let's go ahead and do this. We do need it urgently. Alright, day 8 is coming to an end. We're still alive so far, at least 10 irradiated colonists. And we continue happily onwards in the next episode. In Surviving the Aftermath Rebirth. Stay tuned.